bad thing, actually, if Shedeur Sanders were to somehow find a way to start week 1?
Would it be a bad thing for Shedeur Sanders to start week 1?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Do we compete in the NFL?
We do.
When's it ever been cool to not want to start?
That's not what I asked.
Man,
I didn't say should he want to start.
Listen, yeah.
That's not what I asked.
Everybody should want to start. That's why we play the game.
They already know. Joe Flacco and Shedeur Sanders is already locked up. You're missing the boat, people.
I believe in Shedeur Sanders, who I thought should have gone number 1 in this year's draft. And you know how much I believe the NFL tried to teach Shedeur and teach his father, Dion, a big, bad lesson.
There's a storm brewing in Cleveland, and it's not coming off Lake Erie. It started as a whisper, then a murmur. Now, it's a full-blown wildfire tearing through the NFL. And its epicenter? Browns training camp.
Shedeur Sanders jersey, yo, because I got one. When he make the team, I'm going to get the whole studio. Shedeur Sanders jersey. And he's starting week 1. Yeah.
At first, everyone laughed it off. A 5th-round rookie from Colorado? Starting quarterback in the NFL? Come on. This is just clickbait. Just another off-season smoke show. But guess what? This ain't smoke anymore. This is fire, and it has a name, Shedeur Sanders.
G-Bush, why is Shedeur getting them first-team reps? He should be getting them first-team reps, dog. He's been getting, first and foremost, he's been the best quarterback in camp.
But before we break it all down, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because we're covering every shocking twist, every QB controversy, and every locker room meltdown the second it happens. At first glance, he wasn't supposed to be that guy. Not in year 1, not with names like Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and Dylan Gabriel in the quarterback room. This wasn't a quarterback room begging for a savior, or so we thought. But now, coaches are scrambling, teammates are buzzing, and the front office, they look like someone just pulled the rug out from under them. Because Shedeur Sanders isn't just learning, he's taking over. In the meeting rooms, the vibe is shifting. One coach said, "Shedeur is a lot of fun, made me crack a smile." That's not just about charm. That's about presence. It's about control. He's not just watching the playbook, he's living in it.
That Shedeur, behind closed doors, has gotten first team 11-on-11 reps?
He did say that. He was asked, when we're not there, has he gotten 11-on-11? And he said yes. He said, we do a lot of things when you're not there.
When you've got grown men in the NFL, guys who've seen everything, saying this 5th-rounder is different, you better listen. It all exploded during one of the most intense drills of Browns minicamp. Full speed, no hand-holding, no rookie breaks. This isn't the Pro Bowl. This is where jobs are won and lost. No one expected it. There was no announcement, no press release, just a quiet rotation shift. Suddenly, Sanders was in, ahead of Dylan Gabriel. No panic, no nerves. He walked into the huddle like he'd done it 10,000 times before. Then, he lit it up. No checkdowns, no baby throws, no safe reads, 20-yard lasers. Over the middle, on time, commanding the offense, not reacting, not surviving, commanding. One insider didn't hesitate. That wasn't a fluke. That was a statement. Let's talk facts. Sanders completed 74% of his passes last year at Colorado. Career average, over 71%. And that's while getting sacked 90-plus times in just 2 seasons. You try staying calm with your ribs getting crushed week after week? He did more than stay calm. He looked surgical. Now, he's got an NFL O-line, NFL weapons, and he's slicing through practice defenses like a hot knife through butter. The leaked footage doesn't lie. Sideline fades, red zone tight windows, dig routes, crossers, deep balls, you name it, and completions. What's got the Browns staff sweating isn't just the arm, it's the brain. They say he sees it on the whiteboard, walks it once, then runs it in practice like he's been doing it for 5 years. That's not development. That's domination. This isn't supposed to happen. 5th-round picks are practice squad guys, depth chart fillers, developmental tools. But Shedeur, he doesn't care what round he was picked in. He came to play, and now he's here to stay. And now it's official. As of this week, the Browns have promoted Sanders to first-team reps. Not as a gimmick, not to see how he looks. This is a real, legitimate test. The Browns want to know, can he win the job? And the scariest part? It's looking like he just might. Now, let's talk locker room politics, because this story's not just about talent. It's about momentum. It's about leadership. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is winning everywhere on the field, in the meeting rooms, and now in the locker room. Ask All-Pro Myles Garrett. He didn't sugarcoat it. Sanders shows up with a smile every day, and teammates want to work with him. That's not PR talk. That's a subtle but powerful message. We see what's happening. And what about the rest of the QB room? Kenny Pickett? He's frustrated. Dylan Gabriel? Shell-shocked. Joe Flacco? Professional, sure, but he knows the writing's on the wall. One team staffer spilled it. You can feel it. The tension, the awkwardness. Everyone's waiting for Stefanski to make the call. Now, imagine you're Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach. You're looking at your options. Start Kenny Pickett? That's the win-now move. The play-it-safe option. But if you lose, you're toast. Your job's gone by Halloween. Start Shedeur? That's the bold move. The trust the future call. And maybe, just maybe, it buys you time. Because deep down, this staff knows one thing. Shedeur Sanders is making this impossible. They wanted to stash him. Let him develop behind Flacco or Gabriel. Let him simmer. Get reps. Learn the speed. But the film changed everything. Coaches saw it. Couldn't unsee it. Every throw, every read, every decision. It was all there. Sharp, confident, poised. And now, even the front office is whispering, we thought we could hide him. Now we're wondering if we have to start him. If you think this is just hype, check the numbers. 74% completion in 2023. 71% career average. All while getting hit more than any college QB not named punching bag. The dude was running for his life and still dropping dimes. Now, for the first time in years, he's got protection, he's got time, and he's turning that time into gold. Let's go deeper. Remember, this is the same franchise that's been chasing quarterback stability for decades. From Brady Quinn to Brandon Weeden, from Manziel to Mayfield. Now, by accident, they may have found their franchise QB in the 5th round. By mistake. That's not luck. That's fate. James Jones, former NFL wide receiver, didn't pull punches this week. He said flat out on air, Shedeur Sanders is the Browns' best quarterback right now. Right now. Not next year, not in 3 seasons, not if he develops, right now. Let that sink in. And here's a twist no one's talking about. Sources say the Browns wanted Shedeur Sanders all along. They drafted Dylan Gabriel 2 rounds earlier to keep the owner from impulsively taking Shedeur too soon. Yeah, that's how chaotic the situation was behind the scenes. Coaches playing chess with the draft board, trying to game the system. But guess what? Shedeur still landed in Cleveland. And now, the one thing they tried to slow down is moving at full speed. So now the question being asked in every quiet corner of Berea, Ohio, the question everyone's whispering but no one's brave enough to say aloud. Is Shedeur Sanders already the best quarterback on this team? Because if he is, how long can you keep him off the field? Week 1? Week 3? Mid-season? At what point does development turn into delay? The Browns don't just have a quarterback controversy anymore. They have a quarterback revolution. Shedeur Sanders didn't ask for this spotlight. He earned it. And unless something dramatic changes, Cleveland may have just stumbled into their franchise quarterback. Not next year, not next month, now. Stay tuned. This story, it's not finished. It's just getting started. If you thought the Browns QB room was settled, think again. Smash that subscribe button, drop your take in the comments, and let me know, is Shedeur Sanders the Browns' next great quarterback? Or is this just the calm before the real storm? We'll be watching. We'll be breaking it down right here, every day, all season long. Let's ride.